Bahamas. It's tea time. I'm Karen.
And I'm Ian. This is another exciting episode of Tea Time, where we will be discussing major issues that are impacting us as a nation.
So sit back, relax, grab your tea, and enjoy.
It's Tea Time, Bahamas.
Welcome back to Tea Time, where we'll be discussing some of our lost industries and creative industries to help to boost our economy at this time. Ian?
Well, Karen, the last time we spoke on some of the industries that we had in the country, at the time. Mm-hmm. Today, I want us to talk a little bit about some of the groves that we have in our islands.
Okay.
Similar to, let's look at Andros.
Mm-hmm. Andros.
The big yard.
Yes, the big yard. Always something great in Andros.
There's something great always happening in Andros. Mm-hmm. I see you bought this coconut oil here.
I brought this to show the Bahamas that, look here, this is something that was imported. Tell me why it is that we have to be importing coconut oil when we have coconut groves. We can make coconut oil. Coconut oil is good for your hair, your skin. You can cook with it. It gets rid of eczema, belly fat. So much things.
I need that, Karen. I need that right about now.
Yes,
Lord knows I need that. Yeah, so like you said, you make mention the coconut mm-hmm. and some of the things that the coconut does. Mm-hmm. Let's talk about the coconut water. Mm-hmm. That is good for your kidneys.
Yes, it is.
We have the coconuts all around us. We're planting fruit trees, coconut trees. There are groves there in Andros and some other parts of the islands that we have. We can use the coconut itself, dry the coconut once the coconut is dry, and we can use that as for coconut tarts. The women that make coconut tart. Mm-hmm. You're not forgetting your coconut tart, your coconut trifle.
Yes.
Let's talk about things like that. Let's look at the industry in terms of the coconut. We throw away the actual hard shell. That can be used as a cup.
Yes.
That can be sold once it's fixed and clean. That can be sold to the conch salad guys. They can put the conch salad in that.
Very creative.
We can put the names on your coconut, on the actual coconut shell. Let's think about all of these particular kind of things.
I've seen like the candles in coconut bark, and you know they do a lot of carving too. Why we're just pouring on the water, throwing the barks or whatever on the side of the road, that's money.
Yes,
we can start an industry. You can start your own industry.
That is an industry within itself.
Yes, it is.
I cook with coconut oil.
Me too. That's the only thing I cook with. It's a very helpful, beneficial to your body.
Very healthy.
Really, really beneficial to your body. So we don't need to be.
And it's all around us. It's all around us.
Because guess what? We now have to find new ways of implementing certain industries to boost our economy, because of what is happening. So we need to find ways, creative ways in producing certain industries of our own. Also, we'd like to touch on what I thought about the other day, conch shell. Oh, why are we throwing our conch shells
don't go there.
on the side of the road? Some for fill. They throw it in for fill when they're doing, I don't know what they're doing.
Karen, you can use the conch for landfill.
Yes.
You can use the conch, like the Chinese have proven to us with the Bahamas project. Mm-hmm. The roundabouts, they use the conch shell for decorations. Mm-hmm. The conch shells are 99% aragonite. Did you know that?
Wow. Learning it now.
Did you also know the exact same conch shell that we throw away, subavidly, that we don't want it or we throw it away after we have gotten the conch out of it? Mm-hmm. That exact same conch shell, once that is shipped out of our country and sent to places like China and Philippines or wherever else, they can convert that from conch shell now into the shell jewelry that we sell to the tourists.
So, you're trying to tell me our conch shells go out of our country to be sold back to us?
Yes.
What sense does that make?
And we're in the tourism industry.
So why is it that we're allowing people to get our products? This is natural resources right there. That's another thing that we can add to our industry.
This is where the resilience comes in. This is where the proactiveness have to happen.
Yes.
Sun, sea, and our people like we describe.
Yes.
Our food and our culture.
Yes.
We sell them things in terms of things that are authentically us. The shellfish or the shell jewelry, which you may find a star, and they sell all of them to the straw markets and the vendors sell them to the breeders on the beaches and so forth. Can you imagine the impact if you had the machinery or a business running here in the country that would have used those conch shells and make jewelry out of those, and sell them to the vendors.
Wow. Yeah.
One circle, the money keeps coming back home. It keeps turning, it keeps turning.
We're keeping it.
But what
yeah.
happens is when we send the conch shell out,
Yeah.
they then manufacture these products.
Yes.
They then send it back to us at home.
Wow. I don't see where it makes sense at all.
So
really.
it's like our salt.
Yes.
I think excessive leaders that have come into play, they took a hold of a module. And you know, in layman terms, some people said if it's not broken, don't fix it.
Yeah.
So they came and they inherited the government where the people voted them to represent us as a people. And they came into power where the people says, listen, we'll give you guys XYZ amount of dollars or taxes, you all can tax us. And we'll continue to run your facilities. And this is what we did as a nation or as a people. We have then said, okay, we're subservient now to the people. We said, okay then, either we're not able or capable of to running these businesses. This is what it said. Or Bahamians can't run these facilities, but the Bahamians are the ones that are working in these industries.
Yes.
They're the ones that are employed. They are the one that learning the machinery, fixing the machinery, doing all of these things in machinery. So why isn't it that a Bahamian runs a facility to refine the salt locally? Our salt that is sold back to us come from modern salt that is actually sent back to the Bahamas. Karen, we have to become owners of our industry.
That's correct. We'll take a break and we'll be right back. Don't you touch that dial. Welcome back to Tea Time. I'm Karen.
And I'm Ian.
On our break, Ian and I discussed some of our lost industries and creative ways of starting your own industry within the Bahamas.
For you guys that are tuned in and missed portion of the show, let me just bring you up to speed. We were talking about the conch shell in terms of the things that the conch shell can be used for. If we were to manufacture the conch shell at home, selling the conch shells to the vendors, the straw vendors and the girls on the beach that plats hairs and stuff like that. I think that'll be an awesome way for us to actually
And don't forget the
jumpstart the
coconut
economy.
oil.
Karen, I'm going to repeat myself when I say this. We as a nation have to become owners of our industries.
Yes.
Can you imagine if we are the owners of these industries, the persons that are braiding the hair, the straw market, and any souvenir places like that, if all of that money keeps coming in a circle,
Yeah.
what the impact that would make on our economy
Yes.
as a nation?
Yeah, we would be suffering. And not only in the Bahamas, we have persons abroad who are making us so proud. We are proud Bahamians. We'll take a look at Trevor Davis, who lives in Jacksonville, Florida, and he operates his own mobile cafe called The Taste of the Islands. Take a look.
Come on. Hey, this my Bahamas. It's mine, oh mine. Hey, this my Bahamas. Listen, I love
My name is Trevor Davis. I'm from Nassau, Bahamas. I'm the owner and the operator of Taste of the Islands Mobile Cafe. It's a food truck. I grew up cooking island foods in the Bahamas, and I just wanted to introduce it to the U.S. I know most of my dishes are combined between the countries of Jamaica and the Bahamas. I throw in a little Trinidadian cuisine and Cuban cuisine. I lived in South Florida for 12 years, and I adapt a lot of the South Florida, the Cuban flavor. So I incorporate that in the dishes, and I brought that flavor to Jacksonville, Florida. We got something that we need to bring to the rest of the population.
these islands so precious, everyone pure gold. This is my Bahamas, this is where I live. Nice, caring people, strong and positive. All shades, all colors, from one navel string. And I know you love the
Well, it all started
just as
from a
much
vision
as
board. It started in a dream, and what I did, I drew the plans of a truck, and all the equipment in it, and I put it on the. I framed it and I put it in the front of me, and every morning I wake up, I look at that, and I continue to say, one of these days. And it took 10 years, but the same thing I drew on that plans, I incorporated in my truck. Being able to, have the love cooking and being around food and the grills and trying to bring my culture to a new place,
It's a gift from God, a gift to you and me. This is my Bahamas, this is our home. These are our islands, treat them as your own. We're under one umbrella, all from one shell. So all my brothers and understand open Spanish well. Say, hey, this my Bahamas. Hey, 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 this my Bahamas. Give me that guitar, come on.
14476 Duval Place West, Jacksonville, Florida. 32218. Their telephone contact is 904-563-4281. So remember, when you're in the Jacksonville area, check out Taste of the Islands Mobile Cafe.
We would like to leave you with these encouraging words. Tough time does not always last. Just a tough, resilient people. Putting God first, all things are possible. Sponsored by Taste the Islands Cafe, Doc's Pharmacy, Mommy's Johnny Cake,
Games and Things, Games and More, Sell All, and National Treasures Bahamas, who provided us once again with these beautiful mugs.
So tune into our next episode. You don't want to miss it. It's tea time.
Tea time.